Thank you, Ranking Member Mica. Unfortunately, we are number one in one very dismal list, which is lowest per capita in receiving stimulus money, despite, obviously, one of the highest unemployment rates in the country. You know, there's a new definition for dismal failure. Stimulus. This stimulus. But don't take my word for it. Don't take my word for it. Remember, the stimulus promised 3.5 million jobs would be created. And yet, 2 million jobs, additional lost jobs, have been lost. Dismal failure. The stimulus promised, and we were told that in the Budget Committee, and we were told that publicly by the administration, that unemployment would not go above 8% if that stimulus passed. Look at the numbers now. So a cynic would say that we were lied to. I don't believe that. But clearly, what is undebatable is that it has been a dismal failure. It has not created jobs. We have continued to lose jobs. But that's not the worst of it. Because at what cost? At the cost of over $1 trillion on our children and grandchildren's credit card. To do what? To lose more jobs and to spend more money on federal bureaucracy. Totally unacceptable. Now, look, my preference would be to not continue to borrow that money and to continue to blow it on wasteful spending. But if you're going to spend the money, for God's sake, let's do it on creating jobs. And we know what creates jobs. And as we heard today, and money for transportation infrastructure helps create jobs and also helps our long-term economic viability and strengthens our economy. Which is why, by the way, I filed a bill, the Reclaim Act, which basically just says very simply that the money that has not been allocated, has not been encumbered except for transportation funds and the stimulus money, let's get it and let's at least spend it on creating jobs. How do you do that? By putting it in the DOT trust fund. That is bankrupt. And now the administration is looking at ways to figure out how to fill that hole, because they haven't figured out a way to do that, because again, they have spent all of the money that we had and we don't have and our kids have and our grandkids also on their credit card, and they're trying to figure out how to fill that gap with the DOT trust fund that we know, again, will create jobs. Well, the bill says very simply and very cleanly, get the unencumbered, unspent stimulus money and put it to where the American people believed it was going to go in the first place, for transportation infrastructure projects for our nation. This is common sense. But again, rarely in life do you see such a clear-cut definition of dismal failure than what we have seen with this stimulus. The numbers speak for themselves. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.